Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all well. I had some nice cabbage brady tonight, and I wondered, I said to my wife, where will we be next week Tuesday? Will it be in heaven? And what will be the menu? Will it be manna from heaven? Manna from heaven will be very nice, you know. I always heard manna tastes like wafer and honey. That is lovely, people. I love sweet stuff. And I was wondering if there is sweet stuff in heaven itself. Yeah, I said to somebody, I asked Abel to bring some manna with on the clouds. Well, if you say to why do I mention the Father is coming with Jesus, with all the angels. There's silence in heaven, people, silence in heaven for half an hour, and that is when Jesus comes. Amen. Tonight's subject is the moon under feet. That is the key. Jupiter close approach. I was just mainly going to do the video Jupiter close approach for tonight, and then this one tomorrow evening. But I thought, let me do one video as per se. So I want you to pay attention about the moon under feet, because that is the key, because that is what the word stresses, the moon under feet. And when Jesus was born at 9/11, right about 1800 hours, the moon happened to be at the feet of Virgo. And this is just a picture, but I don't have I'll illustrate it for you now in the Stellarim, that Jesus was born at that time, and right when speaker went down the ground, that is the time just past 6:10, Jesus was born, just after Feast of Trumpets. Yeah. Now Jupiter's close approach is September the 26th in 70 years. Yeah, that's a lot of things. All the signs converge at one time. And the Revelation 12 sign years ago, we all thought it would happen then. But that was just a road sign, people. A road sign all the time. But everything converges it is this year, people. There is no doubt about it. Have faith, people. Not hope, as somebody would say, but faith. The rapture is a faith issue. Right? A faith issue. So have faith in believing, and do not doubt it at all that Jesus will come fetch us. Jesus will come for us. But Jesus is coming in the storm. Many people believe that it will be just an ordinary day. Jesus comes fetch us before anything happens. No, there will be a great earthquake first before the rapture. How long before that, I do not know. It can happen on the 26th September already, at the end of the Lul, because Feast of Trumpets, the first day, only commence at the evening, 1800 hours, 26 September. So the earthquake may happen then, and the rapture may only take place on 27th of September. I'll illustrate you now the illumination of the moon, because it is not illuminated at it's very little, so it will be a very difficult sighting of the moon on the evening of Monday to the 26th. I'll explain now in a minute's time. If you look at this graph here, that is the moon giant calendar, and then you see here the new moon commences on the 25th. That's the 25th. Then on the evening of the 26th September, it will be only it's actually 0% illuminated. So there's hardly any illumination. But I'll demonstrate it now for you in the Stellarim and coming there in a moment. And then 27 September, it will be 1.4% illumination. So it's a very slow one if you look at the world situation scenario. This will be a very difficult time, but I think they will go ahead with this. A normal tradition, if they can't sight the moon, then it will be the next day or the evening of the 27th. That's how they do it. Because I tell you, the moon will be very difficult to be. The two witnesses go out and they report to the Sanhedrin, and they still do it like ancient times. And then there is a site where they report the sighting, where they have seen it and where they sighted it. But Israel is the main place where they need to sign it off as they see it, and to commence the Feast of Trumpets. And that is why it is called No Man Knows a Day and Hour, because of the sighting of the moon. And Feast of Trumpets may then even be declared on the evening of the 27th, for that matter. So hold your breath, people. But if you look at the Jewish calendar, they already declared there as Tishri 1 on, that should be Tishri 1 from the evening until it starts in the evening. And then it ends here. It shouldn't be Tishri 1, it should be Tishri 1 complete here on September. That day ends here as 29th of Elul, not there, or the 30th of Elul. It should then be 30 days. Yeah, so we will see what will happen then. I'll illustrate that for you now in a Stellarim. That is why I say the moon is the key. Okay? But before we go to the Stellarium, I just want you to go watch this video. This is very important. I illustrate the dragon. The red dragon stood before the woman to devour a child. And who is the child? The child is us. It's the bride of Christ. And that is what's happening. We will be promoted to the fourth dimension, and Satan will come down, and he will be demoted to the third dimension, and everybody on earth will see Satan and his fallen angels, the giants, the Nephilim, and everyone. They will see them face to face, people. Yeah. So let's go to the Stellarium. That we don't want to waste time here. So right here, okay, that was 11 BC. I said to you, Jesus, let's go back first to 2 BC, yeah? 2 BC, and there's minus there. And then this is a time right here at 1800 hours, as I state. This is a time frame when Jesus was born. Yeah, so there the moon is under the feet of Virgo. You can see that. And let's go a little bit out there. Yeah, I hope you can see that. There is the moon. The moon is just on the slither of the moon. And I'll illustrate it now for you for 2022. This was 2 BC. And this was the exact year that Jesus was born, not 3 BC. They misled us with 3 BC, and that is why the calculation was wrong. And that is, they did it on purpose, and that purpose was actually to discourage the people. Every year they're looking for the rapture, and now many people has fell by the wayside, not believing in it. And that's why they say nobody knows a day and hour. Feast of Trumpets is that day nobody knows a day and hour, people. Okay? So there you can see exactly, and I just want to turn the ground, and then you see right at 1800 hours, speaker disappeared. Speaker went under the ground. Just right at that time. And that's the time when Jesus was born. It was just a little bit backwards. Not 19, sorry, I'll break it a little bit. Go backwards. Now you can see it's moving around backwards. So right about just when the time when Jesus was born, this is Israel time, that's the time that Jesus was born, when it went below the ground. Okay? As soon as it was just down the ground, that's the time when Jesus, just after 6, Jesus was born. And then you find the moon was under the feet of Virgo. Right? Okay. So that was 2 BC. So let us just turn the ground off again there, that we may not be disturbed by that. Okay, let's go to 2022. Another 2 in there. And then we go to 26 of September. 26th of September. There we see 26th of September, and we're turning that a bit low. And there you can see the moon. Where is the moon? Are we at right? 22:18? There's the moon. Here's the moon. Right at the time, there's hardly any illumination in that moon, people. You can see it for yourself. Right at 18. So that will be a very difficult sighting for any witnesses to go out. There may be a very, very slight, and I don't know if they were able to see that. Very, very slight. Very, very slight. It's just 0.57. Will they be able to see that little cycle there? I hope. I don't know, but we will wait and see. But I believe it was in ancient days, they would have waited until the 27th to declare Feast of Trumpets. And that is what they would do. However, if we look at the 27th, that's the 27th, then that's where the moon is. That is where the moon is about 3%, 2% illuminated there. It's about 2% there. But if we go back there, then we will see where is the sighting. Let's go back. 26, yeah. It's right about at 12 o'clock midnight. There we see the first sighting. There's a very slight illumination there. So it's either a midnight, would be a midnight rapture. But as I said, if it's ancient times, right at 1800 hours, they could not see it. And then it will be shifted to the next day. But I don't think they will do it here. So there is illumination right there, right at 12 o'clock. That is actually, would say, on the 27th. That's when the illumination being illuminated there. At least that's almost 1%. Okay? So they will then probably declare it as the Feast of Trumpets there. Okay, now if we look at the 28th, I told you that the moon is very difficult. The moon will only be the key. The key is the moon under feet. Or maybe it could be for some other reason. And what could be the other reason? Let's go to the 28th. Then let's go further. Where is the moon? The moon is at Virgo's feet only at 1800 hours. That's where it's at the feet. Right there. At the feet, that is under feet. At Virgo's feet, it goes straight in a straight line there. That will be under feet. That will be the moon. Now, you look at the full moon, that's not a slither, of course. And that is right at 1800 hours. So, yeah, so that will only in the 28th it will arrive there. That's why I say there's a key. Unless it's for some other reason. Look, there will be 3-day darkness. Unless the Lord wants to show that the moon, because the moon will move further down, and any other day when it's declared. So it's already 26. So the moon is already for 3 days. For 3 days in Virgo. If you understand, see what I'm saying here, understand what I'm saying. So 26, so let's argue, say that's 3-day darkness. And it may be for that purpose that the Lord wants to show the full moon. And that is why I say go and watch that other video that I showed you. And that is for that purpose. The 3-day darkness, and the moon will turn blood, and the sun will then, of course, be the moon. Only the new moon is the closest to the sun at that time. The sun will be a sackcloth. Both of them is together. Yeah, you both see the sun, and this will be probably at the midday rapture on the 27th. If you look at midday, right at midday, then the moon is much closer to the sun. That's midday. That's about midday. So the moon will be closest to the sun. It says the sun becomes black cloth, sackcloth, and the moon turn into blood. That, of course, is why is it that? That is the shadow of the Nibiru that will cause that moon to be, let me show you that picture there. That's of course, this is the sun is just behind, this is Nibiru, or the red dragon. The sun is behind here, and the sun is cut off, and this is a circle here, that of course, the full circle here, before the woman, yeah. This is a circle here. There's a cover the whole earth, that cuts the earth off, and the earth will be like sackcloth. The moon will be blood red, will turn into blood, as the word says, because of this red planet here. Many people say it will be a full moon. It's this planet, this huge planet, that caused the moon to turn to blood. So go watch that video, and it will give you a nice illustration there. That is all that I have to say at this moment, people. I'm having one more video, and that will be my last one tomorrow night. So be blessed. Please share this video with each and every one. I hope that makes everything clear concerning the 28th. Because the moon will only be under the feet of Virgo on the 28th, right at the evening. So that is very interesting. Okay, so be blessed. Love you all.